Yo, what is good, my anime people? It's good with you all. Guys, I am pretty happy with what we saw this week's episode. Not only did we get an explanation as of what was pretty much pretending to be him and what was actually going on with it, we have clarification that I kinda was right and was very wrong. There is no time traveling, thank God. Then this that would have been super confusing. But there is the girl who I expected to be behind all this, just because she's the only real person we've seen capable of doing some just ridiculous stuff compared to our main character. So it only made sense that she would probably be behind it and have something to do with this weird occurrence, right? So now that we know it's her for sure, it was a very cool fight to see him going against himself of the version of himself that was supposedly the strongest of the strong because of the power and everything that he's learned from child men, but wasn't really capable of using because he wasn't trying to be an assassin. He wasn't trying to kill anybody. The one thing that I didn't believe was real in this story was the fact that he hit a messenger so much and like left him for dead that he actually did that. But he confirms he definitely did it, and I guess the person says something stupid and trying to stop him from even doing it, which there you go. Like, how are you gonna try to stop somebody that's been training all of his life to do something? Then he's one of the top already, so he's can't be really touched by anybody. And you send a messenger who is stupid enough to go against that guy, or to question that guy. I understand if it was like a higher up and you had to do it, but what did you expect trying to stop someone who's trying to be the best they can be? And the only reason why you want to stop them is for your own gains or benefits? Yeah. Good luck stopping that guy. So they didn't. They didn't stop him. That's how that ended. But as of right now, I definitely was enjoying what they're bringing to the table for this character's overall backstory, what he's going through, what he's probably going to continue to go through, and just the overall fact that whoever is, in the background of this show, like Azrael or whatever, they're doing a lot. Like they're capable of doing just a ridiculous amount. And not only does she do all these things and mess with our main character, she then dips out like nothing happened. She just gets to leave scot free after taking this golem like robot, pretty much using it to create a version of our main character that she remembered that she saw as uh, as the biggest threat, seeing how that was the most fresh he was after getting all the training and practice in from child men. All of a sudden, she gives us another good reason as to why she's doing what she's doing, knowing that child man was making our main character so good at mental protection, so he just couldn't be controlled. I disagree with what she believes it was for. Um, to be fair, I feel like that whole entire thing was due to making sure he doesn't get taken over by anybody, right? Like, imagine having a successor, the strongest person ever, that you train all your stuff to, and then it only takes one low tier white sorcerer to get into his brain and control him. Now your strongest person to the one of the weaker people just because he had no protection. I think that's where that comes from. Protection from everything, because with power, you're you're a problem, right? Like you become what you want to be, sure, which is like to be able to take care of yourself, protect whoever the heck you want to protect, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you can't protect yourself from everything, or at least anything that starts to come your way that you get a chance to understand that it's coming, you're screwed. And that's what this whole entire thing felt like to me. Another way to just pretty much have some type of defense against things that he should have defenses for. And the only way to build up defense for that was mental control. But this girl, his sister, took it as he's just training you to be able to kill me. And the funny thing is, she's like in his body, like she stole his body, or, during the whole dragon thing, we found out she was Child Man at that point, right? So if anyone might know what was going on through his brain, it should be her, right? Like she should have some idea what was going on. But from what we see and what the dragon says and what our character tells us, is that doesn't seem like to be the case. Because if she could understand him, she should have been able to understand that he wanted to help her. He was chasing her as a dragon to still try to save her, and she didn't see it that way. So that kind of goes to show you she doesn't have really that much of a connection with the mind, or like his thoughts, I guess you can say. But as a whole, I just don't know where this show was gonna go. Like, anything's really possible at this point. Our main character just found out that he's not defective, like he like he pretty much claimed. He's like, I want to find out if I'm defective or not, because if I am, that means I'm gonna lose to myself. That was, the version of himself that everybody was expecting and thought would be the best of the best. But now that he's kind of in a position where he can't even necessarily do that, in the case of if he wanted to be uh, the best, or if he wants to still kind of claim the title that he can, it's going to be a whole different like ball game now, because not only has he been training outside, or not training, but you know experiencing different types of battles without having really any teammates to help him. He has a pretty big grip on different ways of just controlling situations and stuff like that. So I'm kind of interested in seeing where all of this is going to lead for him, because now that he's seen the errors of his way, so to speak, or understood, what people could possibly want from him, we could be looking at him just really growing as even stronger than they expected, or even stronger than he's already become before. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, is just understanding where his power can go at the end of the day. Because as of right now, the show is good, and I think it can just keep getting better. So with all that being said, have an amazing one, everybody. Hope you're having an awesome day, night, evening, whenever you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will talk to you sooner than later. So with that being said, take care and peace.